Hey, can we just get real honest for a minute? I look at and review a lot of Etsy shops, and there's one thing that pains me like no other, and that is when I see Etsy sellers not optimizing their shop page. I'm talking about strategically using all that valuable real estate on the shop itself to captivate that potential shopper from the first time they lay eyes on your shop and leading them through to make that conversion into a sale. It's seriously so sad to me to see shops with crazy potential that are just not growing because they're letting spaces like their shop announcement and the about section go to waste. So today I'm giving you 8 hacks for optimizing your shop to get those cha-chings ringing off the hook. Hey friend, welcome back to the channel. If we haven't met before, I'm Kate. I'm a wife, mama, Etsy seller, and business coach, and I'm here to help you start and scale your online business so that you can make a full-time income doing what you love. Now, like I mentioned before, I see so many Etsy sellers missing strategic optimization opportunities on their shop and letting key parts of their shop page just go to waste by either not filling it out or not putting the right things in those sections for buyers that are coming to look at your shop page. We put so much time and effort into the listings themselves that sometimes we forget there are places on the actual shop page like the announcement, like the about section, like your pictures and your graphics. All of those things really make a difference too when it comes to getting the conversion. So today I'm giving you 8 of my best hacks for easy and simple things you can do today to level up and optimize your shop. Now maybe you are new to selling on Etsy, or maybe you haven't even started an Etsy shop yet, and if that's you, I want you to click in the link in the description box below to download my free Etsy success guide. That is going to be a huge help to you as you get started. It's a checklist for the most important things that you'll need to consider when opening and starting to grow your Etsy shop. It's a completely free guide that'll walk you through what you need to do to get your shop going from square one. So like I said, completely free, linked in the description box below. Don't forget to check that out after watching this video. Now, if you're excited to dive into these 8 tips that I have for you today, give a little love tap on that thumbs up button and let's dive in. Okay, so tip number 1 is to start building your email list using your Etsy shop. Now, first, before we dive into how exactly to do this, you need to understand why it is so important to build an email list from day one. Now, if you're anything like me, your first thought is probably email. That's so outdated. I want to be on social media. I want to be doing the fun stuff. But trust me, friend, research has proven time and time again that promoting and marketing through email has a way higher ROI or return on investment than promoting on social media. They both have their benefits, of course, and I would be using both for your business if possible, but building your email list is a non-negotiable, and trust me, you'll be so glad if you start this earlier rather than waiting years into your business. Having an email list ensures that you have long-term connection with your buyers and the people that purchase on your Etsy shop, or even just the people that opt into your list that are interested in your business and what you have to offer. It's the difference between someone finding your Etsy listing, purchasing, and then forever forgetting about you, as opposed to someone that could be a return customer time and time again because you've made that extra step happen where now you have a connection for future promotions and future deals that you might be offering. You have a way to stay in touch with that person, and that makes all the difference. So your question may be, well, okay, I want to start an email list, but how do I do this on my Etsy shop? So I'm going to give you a pretty brief overview of this because it can get really detailed, and trust me, you can look up free information on YouTube for each of these different steps within this process that I'm going to talk about. But the general process for building an email list is step number 1. You want to decide on what we call a lead magnet. It's an incentive that you're offering your potential buyer or the person that's going to be signing up for your email list. You want to offer an incentive. So this could be either like a discount code for a future purchase. You could offer 10 or 20% off with a discount code, or it could be a free PDF download, like a free checklist or free coloring pages, something that fits along with your brand and aligns with what you already offer. So the general idea is that you're offering this person something for free in exchange for them signing up for your email list with their name and email address. Now, the idea behind this legally is that you're not allowed to be sending promotional or marketing emails to people just using the email addresses from people that have purchased from you. They have to actually opt in and say, yes, I want to receive your emails, and add themselves to your list. But nobody's just going to randomly sign up for an email list without getting something in return, right? You don't want your inbox spammed full of things that you've signed up for. So the way that you get the person to sign up for your list is offering something for free or offering that incentive. So once you've decided what that lead magnet or that opt-in freebie is going to be, then you're going to create create a landing page, which is the page that actually hosts it and has the form that they can fill out with their name and email address, and they click the button, yes, sign me up, I want to receive the free thing, whatever that is, right? And you can either do this with your email service provider or with a landing page specific software like Lead Pages. But the whole idea of your landing page is that it's just a simple page where they can sign up, and then you set it up automatically to deliver that lead magnet or that freebie within your email software. It'll automatically deliver that to the person after they sign up. So you're not having to manually go and send this coupon code over and over again each time a new person signs up. Now you might be wondering, what email service provider can I use? There are a ton out there, but if you don't have much of a budget, MailChimp is a great one to start with for free. If you do have a little bit of a budget, ConvertKit is also a great one, but you can do your research to figure out which email service provider has what you need for your business. Now, once you've decided on what your freebie is going to be, you've created your landing page, then you will be posting that link to your landing page and promoting that in strategic places in your Etsy shop. So I'm talking about places like your shop announcement, your about section, in the listing descriptions themselves, and maybe even in a text graphic in one of your photo slots on your listing. Along with that link, you'll be putting whatever it is that you're offering. So if it's a 20% off discount code, you could say something like, click here to sign up for our newsletter and receive a 20% off code for your purchase. Then people will click through, opt into your list, and automatically be delivered that coupon code. Once you get your email list growing and building, then it's a great idea to send out a weekly newsletter or whatever. It could be every 2 weeks, whatever cadence works for you, but you're sending out newsletters, you're sending out promotions when you have them, or deals when you have them, or flash sales to the people that have opted into your list to maintain and nurture that long-term connection with them. Okay, let's move on to tip number 2 for optimizing your shop, and that is to use keywords in your listing description. So a lot of Etsy sellers overlook the listing description in terms of your keywords and using that for SEO purposes because there's so much focus on using your keywords in your title and your tags. And actually, a while ago, Etsy didn't even look at the product listing description for SEO purposes. So they wouldn't scan the description for keyword phrases like they do now. They've recently changed that within the last year or so. And so now the Etsy algorithm actually scans titles, tags, and the description to look for those keywords that are like little flags to the algorithm to say, hey, this listing is relevant for this keyword phrase that the shopper typed in. Show me high up in the search results, right? That's what we want for our listings to rank high. So don't forget, in addition to matching your keyword phrases in your title and your tags, you want to be weaving those same keyword phrases in organically in your listing description as well. Now, you want to make sure not to keyword stuff. We're not just putting the same 13 tags in a list in our description, right? But we're weaving them in conversationally within what we're already saying in the product description. And we're making sure that our description sounds warm and inviting and readable and friendly, but we're also being really smart with it to be using those same keyword phrases that we used in our tags and titles. And we've done our research ahead of time on a keyword research tool, if possible, to determine what keyword phrases actually are really highly searched on the platform. So one of my favorite tools for doing this kind of keyword research is Sales Samurai, and I love it because you can try it for free. But when you go to Sales Samurai and you log in, you can come over here to the left side where it says search, and you want to do a keyword search for a term you might be looking for that describes your product. So let's say we sell mugs and we're specifically thinking of listing a mom related mug. We might type in the term mom mug and search to see the data on that term for Etsy. So we're specifically looking here at what the Etsy search volume is. So this will tell you the number of times that specific keyword phrase is searched on Etsy per month. So we have the Etsy search volume as well as the competition, but I also love this section right here that says tags. This will give you ideas for other tags that you could use that are similar or related phrases. So rather than using just mom mug, we might think about the term gift for mom, dog mom mug, Mother's Day gift, coffee mug, funny mom mug. So this just gives you some really great ideas for other terms you could use as well as that one in your tags and title and listing description. It'll also tell you the Etsy search volume for each of those. So we can see the term gift for mom has a really high search volume of over 26,000 searches per month. So that might be a really great one for us to use for our SEO inside of our listing description as well as our tags and title. You can see there's several pages of these tags descriptions, so you can click through and see what other phrases might be related that you might want to use. Now, I absolutely love Sales Samurai, not just for this feature, but they have so many other things where you can sync your shop, you can track your competition, you can create listings right from Sales Samurai, and you can use their profit calculator for making sure that your pricing is correct. There's just so many amazing tools on Sales Samurai for Etsy sellers. So if you're interested in trying out Sales Samurai, you can get a free 3-day trial using my link in the description box below. And if you love it and decide to continue with it after that, make sure to sign up using my coupon code for a discount on your plan. That code and the link to try it out are below in the description. And I want to thank Sales Samurai for sponsoring this portion of today's video. All right, let's move on to tip number 3, and that is to put links to your other products inside your listing description. So you can see an example of this here inside of one of my listings. I have over here to the side the end of my product description on my listing. And then at the very end, I have a section that says, check out our other wreaths here. And then I have several of my other wreath listings linked at the bottom of this description with a little title that describes each one. So these are really easy for a potential buyer to click over to. And this is just for if the buyer has landed on your listing and maybe they like it, but it's not exactly what they're looking for. And this keeps them clicking around on your shop for longer. It keeps them browsing. It keeps them engaging with your shop for a longer amount of time, which Etsy really likes. And it also helps with SEO and ranking, because actually the more times that your listing page is linked to from a different page, the algorithm takes notice of that. And in a way, it sort of shows that algorithm that this is an important listing. This is something that's being linked to and referenced on other pages, which makes it a higher quality listing and gives it more of a chance to be ranked higher in the search. Okay, tip number 4 is something really simple and easy, but you would not believe how many people skip over this. And that is just simply to have a nice high quality profile picture of you in the profile picture space. So I'm here on the page of one of my favorite Etsy shops, Rooted and Grounded Home. I want to show y'all a few examples with their shop. But look here in the profile picture space, she has a nice picture of herself. You can tell immediately that a real person owns this shop, and you make that personal connection immediately just from seeing a real picture. So you want to make sure in this space that you're not putting your logo, you're not putting any other kind of image. You want an up close personal picture where people can tell what you look like as the owner so that they can make that immediate personal connection with you. All right, tip number 5 is that you want to use the shop announcement and your about section to post other important links. So I'm still here on the Rooted and Grounded homepage, and I want to show you at the top here, this is the announcement. So if you've never noticed on this section on your Etsy shop before, you're able to have a shop announcement, which shows here at the top of the page. And then if you scroll all the way down underneath the listings and the reviews, you'll see that shop's about section. So you'll see whatever they've typed in about their shop. And a lot of times there's pictures here as well. But if you see right here at the bottom of the about section, you can actually add clickable hyperlinks to other things like your social media accounts. You could add your Pinterest account. You can pretty much add whatever link you want here at the bottom. And those are going to be easy for your shopper to read through about you and then click through to follow you there. Again, just adding another touch point that's really important for long-term return business. Now, the same thing, if you scroll back up to the shop announcement, this is a great place to add extra links. So in addition to that landing page link to deliver your freebie and get that email list sign up, this is a great place to put that. But you can also put your social media handles here. Now you'll see this is not a clickable link, but it's something that they can easily copy and paste if they want to follow you over on Instagram or Facebook. And of course, if you have a second Etsy shop, you can always promote that as well by putting the Etsy shop link here, and they can click over to your second shop. Again, I see so many Etsy sellers with shops that don't have any shop announcement. It's completely missing from the shop page. And a lot of times they haven't filled out their about section, or it's like just a couple sentences. You want to really make the most of both of these sections on your shop and don't miss out on using that valuable real estate. These are prime locations where your buyer is looking because they want to follow you. So make it easy for them to follow you on your other platforms and to make that longer term connection with you. Moving on to tip number 6, and this is to have a listing video on every single one of your listings. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to recreate a brand new unique video for every single one of your products. You can just have a shop-wide video that you create and upload that to each listing. But having a video in addition to photos on each listing keeps that potential shopper engaging with your shop for longer, browsing, watching your video, and piques their interest. And it also adds a lot of credibility and makes your shop seem more established and trustworthy. So I want to show you an example of a great listing video that's more like a shop video, but it's on every single one of their listings. If you click over to the video section here, you'll see that it's just a simple video where they're piecing together clips of their behind the scenes, their process for making their signs. You can see what all goes into it. You see that it really is professional, and it ends with a little bit of text there here. So again, your listing video can really be anything you want to make it, and it will take a little bit of time to create this, but once you've created it, it definitely adds to the professionalism of your shop. You can add a listing video in the photo section when you're creating a listing. You have those 10 photo slots. That's where you can add in a video if you'd like. Now, the next tip kind of goes along with this, and that is to use some text graphics in your photo slots as well as photos. So this is the same listing we were just on. They have some photos of the listing itself, but they have a lot of text graphics as well that are explaining some things about the listing or about their shop. So they have one that's talking about the 25% off deal that they have when you buy 2 or more items from the shop. They also have one showing the different frame color options. So if you have variations, you always want to have a photo that shows the options so they can see what the variations actually look like. And then they have this one that says, we have a large master bedroom collection. Check it out in the link down in the description. So that leads the buyer to look at the description and click on the link for this collection specifically if they're looking for master bedroom signs. So really you can be super creative with text-based graphics to communicate anything you want to your buyer, whether it's looking at a different section of your shop or a certain deal that you're offering or a promo code. You can use up those 10 photo slots, and they don't have to all be photos. Some of them can be text, communicating some similar things to what's already in your product description in case they don't go through and read the description. And again, tying this back to our lead magnet and building our email list, you could also create a text graphic that has the link for your landing page and promote your free item or your discount code, whatever your lead magnet is. You could have that linked in a text graphic. So it's just another place that they see that you're offering that, and they can go type that in and sign up for your email list. And the next tip here is that you want to make the most use out of your featured listing section. So what I'm talking about is this section here at the top where it says featured items. And if you're on a regular Etsy plan, you can choose 4 of your best listings to feature here at the top. Now this shop is only showing 3. I'm not sure why they haven't chosen a 4th, but ideally you want to have 4 here to show off your best listings that are like your best sellers. They have the most potential to sell. And you don't want to not choose featured items. There are some shops that just don't choose featured items, but why wouldn't you? This is an amazing place to show off your best sellers. That's the first place that the buyer's eye is going to when they land on your shop page. So make the most of that featured items section to bring their attention to the listings that you're most proud of and that you think would sell the best. You can choose your featured items simply by going to the listings section on your shop manager and starring the listings that you want to be featured. Don't forget, you can also change these out seasonally. So if you have something that's, let's say, Christmas related, you might have your Christmas items in the featured section at the top during the holiday season, and then you might change it to something for Mother's Day when Mother's Day rolls around. You can change these out seasonally to make your shop more relevant for the holiday or season that is currently happening. So I hope this video was helpful for you, friends. Make sure to make the most of your shop page and optimize it to make use of all of the amazing spaces on your shop that could grab the buyer's attention and cause them to want to buy from you. If you found value in this video, consider subscribing to the channel. We release new content for entrepreneurs and Etsy sellers every single week. Now, if you're wanting to make more sales on Etsy and learning about how to have a higher conversion rate, turning those views into sales, you can click or tap on the square on the screen right now, and that'll take you over to my video that's all about my strategy for how to gain more sales on Etsy. Talk to you next time, friend.